Kia ora, I'm David Chaston with 90 at 9, brought to you by interest.co.nz. This is where you get everything you need to know in 90 seconds at 9 o'clock, with news the long-anticipated weakness in the American labour market may now be starting to show, but the signals are still faint. US jobless claims rose last week by 235,000, which is a notably higher level than we've seen in a while. There are now 1.8 million people on these benefits, and while that has little changed, is the shift on that we should track, because these benefits only last for a limited amount of time. American producer prices rose 2.7% in the year to March, a sharpish drop from the February 4.9% on the same basis. It was also lower than the 3% expected. More interestingly, the annualised rate of change between February and March was a deflationary 6%, a twist no one saw coming. Core PPI didn't shift as sharply, but it did still record a small deflation of about 1%. These were the biggest month-on-month falls since the pandemic. Maybe somewhat surprisingly, it was services that recorded the biggest shift lower, not goods. In China, exports unexpectedly surged in March, driven by solar products, new energy vehicles and lithium batteries, as supply chain conditions continue to improve from their pandemic paralysis. Exports rose almost 15% year on year when a 7% fall was anticipated, like in February. It isn't clear why analysts got this so wrong. In Australia, the Melbourne Institute's Inflation Expectations Survey shows it dipping from 5% in March to 4.6% in their April survey. And Australia added 53,000 new jobs in March, with full-time roles rising 72,000 and the number of part-time roles falling 19,000 in the month. Their jobless rate stayed unchanged at 3.5%. International container freight rates were virtually unchanged this week, maintaining their below-average levels as world trade remains weak, especially out of China. Bulk cargo rates were little changed as well. The US Treasury 10-year yield starts today at 3.45% and up 4 basis points. And the price of gold is at $2,044 an ounce. It's up $31 from this time yesterday. That puts it at its highest since August 2020. And oil prices are down $1 at just on $82 a barrel in the US, while international Brent price is down to just on $86 a barrel. And the Kiwi dollar is almost 1 cent firmer against the US dollar. Now it's 63.1 US cents. Against the Aussie, we've firmed slightly too, to 92.9 Australian cents. Against the euro, we've risen more than 0.5 cent to 57.1 euro cents. That means our trade-weighted index is now at 70.5 and up 60 basis points from this time yesterday. Get more news affecting the economy in New Zealand from interest.co.nz. Kia ora, I'm David Chaston. That was 90 at 9, brought to you by interest.co.nz.